Have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Her love's till the end. Hey Mom, it's me. So I just want to say Happy Mother's Day. It is May 10th, 2017. I just wanted to tell you how much I love you and kind of reminisce a little bit just to, make you happy and have this something that you can look back on whenever you want to. So a couple things. I just wanted to say that you are the most beautiful woman in the world. You're the most strongest woman. You've taught me so many things in life that it's incredibly hard to reflect on at any given moment. But you've taught me to be strong. You've taught me to be confident, to be smart, and to be independent. You've shown me that you don't need a man in your life to be happy, to be safe, to get things done, that you are your own hero, and Mom, you are mine. One of the most memorable moments, God, there's been so many now that I'm thinking about it. One of them, okay, well, there's probably three. So one of them is the peacock story when we were at Busch Gardens, I think, and I don't even remember how old I was, but I don't know where you were. I feel like you were there and you should have stopped me, but I was trying to feed the peacocks at Busch Gardens, and he wasn't getting to the food fast enough, or I don't think he saw the one that was right in front of him, so I went to grab the piece of food, and I remember this so vividly because there was like a stone brick walkway that we were on, and the peacock was right here, right next to me. My face was all up in there, and there was a little piece of food right over here, and I was just like, I don't think you're gonna get it. So I just picked it up, and I tried to place it right in front of him, and then he jumped on me and attacked me. And you were just over there. Like, what happened? I don't really remember anything after that, but it's always been a really funny story, and no matter how many years pass by, it's funny that I remember it the way that I do. Another memorable moment as well is when Megan had given me face wash to use as a moisturizer. It was Aveda, because you had been working at Aveda salon, and it was the rosemary and mint. And so we went to sleep in our bunk bed that night, and then I woke up the next morning and I looked like an obese Chinese lady, and I freaked out. And so you took me to the hospital, and I think we came in through the ER, and so they took us back, they asked us all these questions, and he looked at us, and he said, so, which one's the one that needs to be treated today? And we're both just kind of like, I don't look like this on a daily basis. So he said he was going to go get a steroid shot, and then, wait, I don't even think that's the story. That's not the story. Your story, you had to get a shot in the butt for something that we went to the hospital with, and I don't remember why, but the guy told you that it was going to be an intramuscular shot and that it's going to go on your bottom. So the second he turned around, walk out the door to go get the shot, you freaked out and said that you didn't have any underwear on, and that it's going to be so embarrassing if you go to pull down your pants and you have no underwear. So you just look at me and you're like, do you have underwear on? And I'm like, well, yeah, but, I'm kind of on my period right now, so it'd be pretty weird if I just gave you my underwear, but I ended up giving you my underwear. I don't even remember if you put your underwear on in the same room as me. I don't remember how that went down exactly. All I remember is him, coming in. You were prepared. You had your underwear on. And all he did was just pull down the edge of your pants and stick it in. He didn't even see your whole butt. He would have never known if you had underwear on to begin with. So we were laughing on the way out of the hospital, and I just remember us walking. I had no underwear on, but my tampon string was hanging out in my pants. It was the first time I ever went commando. And I just remember seeing one of those silver reflective panels up in the corner of the hallway, and I just remember looking at it and being like, oh my god, this is so uncomfortable. My string is getting caught in between my leg and my pants. So remember I had to like fix myself right away. I have no cares about public indecency. That was funny. Oh, and then that one time there was a bug in the car. You and I were driving. I don't know if it was the PT Cruiser that you had at the time, but you were driving and I was in the passenger seat, and this bug was flying around all of us. And I think he hit my crotch, and then he went straight to your face, and my initial instinct was to slap it off of you, and I ended up slapping your face, and I felt so bad, and you looked at me, and we both didn't know what the hell was going on, and I just started crying because I would never hit you, and I felt so bad, but that was so awkward and funny that, like, I don't know, stuff like that, stuff like that just sticks with you. I remember the first conversation that we had about sex and how you explained to me when I asked if it would hurt or not. And you told me verbatim, you said, you know how you get a paper cut like on your hand? And I was like, yeah. And you said, okay. And you just kind of look around. We're in the kitchen, and you're just kind of looking around, and you go to the fridge, and you grab a cucumber, like the biggest freaking cucumber in the entire world. I don't know why you bought that at the grocery store, but you decided to go for the largest one. Maybe you knew you were going to have this conversation. And you took it out of the fridge, and you said, so think of that paper cut and this cucumber, and just imagine the cucumber trying to fit into that paper cup. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, no, thank you. It scared me, and it didn't have any questions after that, really. Another story I have is that I remember about us and just how weird and innate it felt to ask you this question when we were living in Argyle. And this is when you were going through the divorce with Troy. You know, you're really stressed out for the longest time. You were protecting Emma, you were protecting us, you were just trying to keep our reality as close to normal as possible throughout the whole process, and I could tell that it had taken a toll on you. And just one day, it was just you and I in the house. I don't know where Emma and Everett were, I don't know where Megan was. And you were cleaning out Emma's room. Emma was a little baby still at this time. She was a little nugget. And I was in the room next door in my bedroom, and you just sounded so happy, and I was like, what's happening? You know? I was like, And so I walked over, and I was like, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, just cleaning, you know. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, why are you so happy? And you're like, oh, am I? I don't know. And you were just folding clothes. And I was like, okay. Did you meet a guy? And you were like, no. And then you just kept folding, and I was like, something just compelled me. I don't know if it's because we were raised around your gay friends, and we were so accustomed to that environment, and that we had no judgment, and that was normal for us, and something just compelled me to be like, okay, well, did you meet a girl? And you just looked at me like all this weight had lifted off of your shoulders, like you were a free woman, and you just looked at me and you're like, yeah, and you came up to me like right into my face, and you were just like, I don't know, you know, I don't know how to talk to you about this. This is so weird, and I don't really remember the rest of that conversation, because I think I was still like, how did I know that, you know? But you were happy, and that is all that had mattered to me. So that will forever be a memory that I keep. I remember you telling me that when I was born on Halloween, that they had taken me to clean me off and everything, and then they brought me back to you dressed as a pumpkin, and you told me that you were pissed, that you did not want to see your brand new baby dressed up like a pumpkin on their day that you gave birth. And there wasn't much else to that story, but all I think about when I was born is like, yep, I was a pumpkin. Like, I dressed up real quick for Halloween, even on the day I was born. So that's always a cool story to tell people. Yeah. So one of my favorite things about you is how, like, Monday through Friday, you're so on point. You're always in control. You know, you're very kind of serious sometimes, um, and then every now and then you get like a break, and you just feel easy, and you turn into this crazy, like, wild, carefree woman that, like, I love so much. And it's always just so funny to think about some of the stuff that you do, um, like how I taught you how to twerk, and like the crazy ass music that you'll listen to, and the dirty music that you'll listen to as well, and it's crazy. And another thing is that you don't. There is no limit to how far you'll go to make your children happy, and to give us what we want, and to make us feel good and smart and strong, and that's just amazing, especially when you're so tired and you're so stressed and you've got all these responsibilities, that you care enough to do stuff for us and to go out of your way and to have like no sleep, just to let us do stuff that we want to do that makes us happy. I remember that we used to listen to Patsy Cline, and that you've always loved your wine. I was curious about it, and you let me try wine. I think I was like 12 maybe, and it was the most disgusting thing that I had ever tasted. And I was just so confused as to why you loved it so much, but now that I'm older, I understand. But anyhow, I just want you to know that I love you so much, and there will never be anybody in this world that will replace you. And you taught me so much, and I hope that one day when I have children that I'm able to be the mother that you were, even if it's like a tiny little ounce, that'll still be the best mom in the world. So, I don't know. I just love you, and I appreciate you, and I hope you know that you're not alone, and that even though I don't, come and see you every day or every weekend or even once a month sometimes, that my heart's still with you, and that I love you so much, that I'm always here. So I hope you have a happy Mother's Day. I love you. Mwah! Bye. Her love's to the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got 'em all like